What do you think of the Sky Deal and the GAA?
Yeah, Sky Deal I'd be all for it really. I think it'll only benefit the game. I think it'll maybe make it more worldwide, let everyone around the world see it, how such a good sport it is, and I think it'll only benefit us all in all. So
I'm certainly not against it. I mean, I have Sky at home myself, so I suppose it won't affect me a huge amount. I like a lot of the analysis that they do, kind of the Monday Night Football things and stuff, so hopefully they can kind of bring a bit more of that to the GAA than sort of just the general conversations that perhaps go around with the lads that are on RT at the moment, and just bring that bit more competition. It's never mad about TV3's coverage, so I think this would be probably a bit more professional, promotes the games and all forward. I mean, the time and effort that people put into GAA, if you can help them get another bit out of it by upping their profile as well, it'd be all far worth trying anyway, at least.
Yeah, I suppose I think it's usually positive, to be honest. I know there's probably been a lot of talk against it, but you see what they do with all the other sports, things like Formula 1, right to the darts, and obviously the soccer is a big thing, and it's just interesting to see how far they can take it. I mean, I think they've got 14 games this year, and that's just a slice from it. You can see what they can do with it, and hopefully take it on from there, and that might push RT then to up their game a bit, do you know what I mean? So I think it's only good for the GAA, like the amount of people leaving the country. I suppose it brings it on a broader scale for them to see it across the world, so I think it's very good for the GAA.
I think the Sky Deal is positive, yeah. I see a lot of my teammates and buddies there kind of playing with Cork and putting in savage commitments. I think it's going to get them more exposure. I think definitely maybe it is on the right path, maybe to, if the money is put in the right places, to look after the players better. So I think that, better publicity for the GAA is a better thing in general. I think it's not going to benefit, might help the smaller countries as well, where a lot of the backdoor games are going to be shown. So yeah, I think it's a massive positive anyway.
It's tough, I suppose. Like, there's a lot of positives of it. Right, it should be great for kind of promoting the game for, and even for people who are living away abroad, it should be great for them to be able to get on it. But I don't know, maybe a little bit kind of apprehensive about where it'll end up going. There'll be more matches kind of going down that line, but as it stands, I think it's kind of a good thing. Alright, like.
I think it's a positive move for the GAA. I suppose any games that kind of broadcast or game on the national or an international level is always good, to get the wider audience involved. So from that point of view, I think it's a good move for the GAA.
Well, it's great for Irish people abroad. They can really get closer to the game, get more information on how the game is going at home. Whereas we can see it on our doorstep. It's all over radio stations, it's all over our national television. But mainly for those people abroad, they have to pay big entry fees to get into pubs and stuff like that just to watch a game. Whereas now I think it will be more open to them, and I think it might promote the game a little bit more with Facebook and Twitter and stuff like that, commenting on it. It will only probably be beneficial in the long term for the game, worldwide, I suppose. Really,
I think there's positives and negatives. I think it's a good thing for the exposure for players, and it's exciting for players to have GAA on Sky. There's a little bit of an issue with it being exclusive rights. I mean, I think they could have done something where that the games would still be on RT, especially the All-Ireland quarterfinals and those kind of big games. It will be difficult for some people that not having the games in their own living rooms. So there's pros and cons to it, but as long as it's managed correctly, I'd be in favour of further exposure of our games.
Yeah, I think it's positive. A lot of people are saying it's a bad deal, but I think it's a very good deal. More publicity, more money in the game, more people talking about it, and definitely gives more people opportunity to watch it. And people maybe in England watching, they might think we're a bit crazy, but I think they'll definitely enjoy it.
I think it's something that can work going forward in the future, but personally I don't have Sky at home, so I'd be against it.
Sky Deal, I think it's good. I think it's good for the game. I think it's good for any money going to the GAA. It's a good thing. So we'll see what comes of the coverage and stuff. Probably people a bit critical of the old style GAA, but I think it's good. Only the game is GAA game is good, so it's good. Hopefully it's filmed down to the clubs and to the clubs.
It's a weird one to get your head around at the start. Seeing as the GAA is regarded as an amateur organisation at the moment, but I suppose they'll do massive things for GAA really, seeing as we're the only country obviously officially playing the sport, but it'll do massive things for the sport worldwide, and there's no reason why the sport doesn't deserve such recognition. It's an amateur sport, but it's practically professional really, so it'll do wonders around the world to get more.
I'd have divided opinions of it really. You know, in one sense it's kind of a bit of a disadvantage for, you know, we'd say the old men in the countryside who wouldn't have Sky, but then I suppose it's great exposure and great coverage for the game as well, so I probably would be for it at the end of the day. You know, it's all about promoting Gaelic games, and I think it'll definitely do that.
Hopefully it's a positive deal, because hopefully if the GAA pump it back into the underage structures in all the clubs, we get all the future looks bright for Cork, hopefully, and every other club or every other county.
I think it's great in a way, because it's going to open up our games to for the whole world to see, and it's obviously great. They're great games. We should be very proud of them. So obviously that's going to be great for spreading the gospel that is GAA. Although I think it's going to challenge us fundamentally. It's going to challenge the amateur ethos of the game, which will be interesting. I was reading there recently that the Dublin coach said that would seriously consider his position in Gaelic football if it were to become professional. So I think at a grassroots level it's definitely going to change. It's going to change at its core. It's going to change the games. Now maybe that's a good thing. I think it's certainly going to improve the standard of football, because if you know yourself, if something is professional, obviously players can train a lot more, they can prepare better for games. I think standard will certainly go up. Now, will there be demand for the new professional games? I'm not sure, but I think it's good, and I think change is good, and why not try it?
For GAA, it's probably a progressive deal. Every other sporting organisation, amateur organisations are doing it, and their sports are showcased to a wider audience, so I don't see any problem with it. It's just progressive thinking, and GAA should get over it, basically.